what's up? We're back with this very special episode, we could say. Not something we do on a weekly basis like we planned. Today, we're talking about 4 transfers that we feel and what we think about it, a small rating, and what we think if it will actually work out because we have 10 days to go for the 10 or 12 days to go for the transfer window and how likely it is and what we feel. Uh, let's start. Let's start with the most interesting one. Koulibaly to Liverpool. Arjun, what do you think?
Oh,
I
wow.
don't
What?
I don't even know where that link is coming from.
As in,
It's-
bro, I think
It's that lay Paris
Liverpool
San
definitely have
something.
the funds. Liverpool have the funds. Napoli want that money. They've made plans without Koulibaly. So I think I just don't know what Van Dijk and Koulibaly will do together, bro. It sounds
So,
weird. Like,
so
Dude,
it
but
sounds weird because both of them are the
Liverpool,
guys who
yeah.
like to stay in the back. But either way, I can rate this as 6 on 10, man.
But
Financial-
Liverpool paying 70 million, dude. That is more surprising, I think.
For a starter. It's a starter. Guaranteed
So-
starter. So I see
But he's
that.
29, dude. He's 29. It's not like Liverpool would want someone.
Koulibaly has agreed terms with City and stuff like that. Liverpool are just having conversation with them. They have been in talks with the club, and if it's proper Liverpool style, they'll have everything ready. If they want to hit the green button, they'll hit the green button, and the deal is done, dude. But I don't think it's very likely because his wages after City will be very high. But if it does happen, it'll be a tonk. So
yeah,
3 on 10, bro. 3 on 10, very unlikely.
very unlikely. Yeah, even I feel it's very unlikely
Dude,
because it's a
even for
huge money transfer.
even
It
for
doesn't
me,
go
it's
by the
300.
Klopp methodology because it's like 70 million, 80 million on a player, and that's a lot of money
No,
you spend.
they do spend that, but on a maybe on a younger player if they would have spent, but I don't think on Koulibaly they would spend 70 million. Klopp would spend that much.
Yeah, but if
So
it's
for me
sent,
also,
if
yeah.
they do send, then it's sending a very strong message, like a very, very strong message to the whole of Europe, whole of Premier League. Very strong message and a clear message.
Yeah, it's going to be very killer. It'll be a very, very,
Yeah.
very strong defense, and they'll actually have the 4 best defenders in the league: the best right back, the best left back, the best centre backs as well.
No.
I-
Don't say defender.
maybe-
Bro. Don't say defender.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah, who's the
fullback.
next one?
Don't say defender.
So yeah, for me also 3 out of 10. Nikhil.
In a deal perspective, like happening was like 3 on 10. Like, is it happening? But as a deal, if it actually happens for Liverpool, I think it's an easy 9 on 10.
10 on 10.
Yeah, fantastic deal. Like,
Fantastic, like a
Yeah.
pitch
Nothing but
perfect
it.
deal. But I'm
I
worried
don't know
about
how it
Fabinho.
works.
I'll be
Unless
worried
you're
about
playing
Fabinho.
Barcelona
then.
yeah, unless you're playing Barcelona and he has to face Messi.
Wait,
or
why will you be worried about Firmino if Koulibaly comes?
Fabinho.
Fabinho. Oh, Fabinho can play, bro. I think
He's good,
Fabinho.
bro. No
Midfield.
tension.
Because with Thiago's entry, but then that's a different conversation altogether.
Thiago Fabinho.
But talking about Koulibaly, what about Koulibaly to City? I
I think it's slowly falling apart.
through the summer.
Past 2-3 weeks, it's slowly falling apart, and City's been looking for different options. They spoke to Gimenez from Atletico, but then again, it's a 90 million deal, so it's coming in par with. And again, no, actually, they want to offer 90 million, but Atletico's same strategy: pay the release clause, 120 million. So no, they were not ready for that. And then
But I think Koulibaly will push for a move, dude. I think he's 29 and he should move to City. That will be a
I think
transfer
this is
which
his last chance for that big move because once you're 30, then
people are like the Koulibaly Van Dijk partnership will be good, but so will the Koulibaly Laporte partnership, dude. That will be something which will be one of the best in the league.
actually,
I rate Koulibaly and Laporte more because
Yeah,
at least at Liverpool, like Van Dijk's not the fastest centre back. Well, with
but
faster
he is
centre
very
back,
fast. He's very fast.
slug. Not acceleration wise.
But
He's a
in
slug.
terms of the transfer happening, it's like a 50-50 chance, man. So 5 or 10 maybe you have to rate it.
Yeah, I think it's
can-
going on throughout the summer, but I don't think City is even talking to Napoli directly. Some
Yeah, at the
scene they
moment.
have.
Yeah, in the last two
The
weeks, the City
Poland.
Koulibaly is slowed down completely. Like they're looking for so many options. Like so many
And
options.
even earlier, they were not like directly in talks with Napoli. That's what I read
Hmm.
because of the whole Jorginho scene and all. And they are like looking at it like this is the last option. Like I'll look at every other product in the
Yeah.
like what market, whatever I can get. If I can get someone else, if not, then they'll have to bite their tongue and just pay
Mm.
Napoli.
Yeah.
So
And
I
get
think
Koulibaly.
yeah, I think it will be 7 out of 10. I feel because they need a center back.
Yeah.
7 out of 10 for me.
Another deal that's been cooking up past 1 week, I can say, as per Fabrizio, is Telles to United. He said that the deal is in place. It's just the fee that's missing, and the agents are talking and all that. But I think it's a good deal for United. To be frank, I mean they need that. They need that position, and a guy who wants to come in, then nothing like it. I think it's a good deal.
Dude, United has agreed terms with almost every player out there who's available already. But they have
Yeah,
not just but they have just not agreed terms with the clubs. Like the when it comes to the fee, it's just like negotiations are going on. The
yeah.
official bid never goes.
Because about
Like
that
any
also I read this morning about this guy only got Telles. Telles' agent is the same is Mendes, the same guy who got the Jota Semedo. It's the same guy, and Mendes is known for his commissions. He's like where I get the most money, my
yeah,
player goes there. Just like Raiola, like the place where I get the
and
highest
yeah,
money is where I go. So that must be the
and
problem.
Men- and Mendes also has a good relation with United, so I think that should help getting the
Mhm.
deal done. But yeah, like you said, LS will be a good signing because I saw a few, like I've not seen him play a lot, but what I saw is he plays almost like a winger, as a left back. He almost plays like a winger. He plays ahead. I think that will be useful for us when with around teams that set back. Having a left back who can actually, pass, cross, get the ball ahead. So yeah, good deal.
Yeah.
But again, 20 million should be get United should be getting done by now,
Yeah,
and I don't
20
know when
million
the
for a 27-year-old left back. I think it's simply good, man. Like in this market, 20 million, nothing, man. I don't know what is the
Can I
problem.
be honest?
Hmm.
Alone. Again, like on that left wing, you already have Rashford. You want another guy who can and create chances.
So Rashford, if
But
you see, is almost go is inverted. He goes at the second
bro, I
striker
think
wherever.
you prioritize someone who can defend right on the left, someone who can run the full pitch and defend. Like Luke Shaw is,
Luke Shaw is good defending, well, good. He's fine. Like he has his fitness issues, but I think he's a better defender than attacker. So I think he
bro,
can
you're
do that. But
Manchester United. You can't have an unfit player on the field. Like the Telles thing, I rate 10 on 10, bro, but not for the reasons you're citing. Like, it's good that we get attacking fullback. I don't know about that, man.
But
Like,
United need a left. Seems like they need a left back based on the last
yeah, they
three
definitely
seasons.
need a left back, so I'm all for it.
So,
And I think
so
it'll
if
happen.
if they are getting the deal done with Regulon, which did not happen for whatever reason, the price, the buyback clause, whatever.
Mm.
But if this does happen, it's like a quick, oh, the next option basically, and then it's a good deal. Though 20 million isn't much for United when
Yeah,
they're supposed to spend hundreds of maybe 100
because
million plus in this window. So
because
it's
Telles has
a
been
good
linked with
deal,
many
7,
clubs.
8, 9, or 10 based on the traction we've been
Yeah.
getting in the last few weeks.
yeah, I feel it will happen. Yeah, even I feel it will happen. Nothing else will
Mm.
happen, but Taylor will happen.
Yeah. One last
Okay.
deal,
I think,
probably.
I think 8 out of
But if it
10.
does happen, Stallone, you definitely need to tell us. Okay. Don't forget
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Ah.
8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10
For
should
the joke,
happen.
right?
Yeah.
That's
Excellent.
Yeah.
Another deal that is also lining up from a long time is Partey to Arsenal. There's been talks, there have been meetings, there have been free fees that is not being agreed. And the classic reply from how Atletico does deals is like refer to the release clause, pay it, and the player is yours. They've done it with Griezmann, they've done it with Rodri, they've done it with on many players, and that's how they do business. So that's one deal
Hmm.
that's still cooking and cooking and cooking. Stellan, what do you think Partey to like? First thing is that do you think that it will happen? Like Arsenal Partey 50
I think
million is the release
I
clause.
think looking at Arsenal wanting a defensive midfielder, it it depends on Arteta again, I feel, because what he prioritizes more. Does he want a defensive midfielder more, or does he want an attacking mid? Can he do with not having an attacking midfield, but he can't do with a defensive, and he like, I want. And also looking at the deals, I think Partey is more achievable because it's a release clause. There's no much about it.
Yeah.
You pay it, and Atletico will let you have the player. When it comes to the like Awar, I don't know if you're discussing it, but there is more like negotiate what they are asking. We are ready to pay and stuff like that. But here it's clear cut. Just pay the money and get the buyout clause activate.
And
But
he's a
again,
very good
depends.
signing as well, man.
Yeah.
He'll be a good signing in because of we were speaking before this about Arsenal having players like Guendouzi, Torreira, and many other players. They'll need to offload these players before the deal gets done, or because of the problems Arsenal face financially. I don't know if they are as legit as everyone makes them seem, but they do seem like they have a lot of financial problems. So they will need to sell Guendouzi, sell probably Torreira as well, or sell him on loan. So maybe a 7 on 10, 8 on 10. 7 on 10, provided these deals happen as well.
What about our
Our will be a
since
fucking top signing, man.
this guy?
Will be a top
This guy
signing,
spoke.
dude.
Yeah, but do
You
you
tell
think
me,
it's
Adnan,
likely
what
to
do you
happen?
think? I'm not so sure about the Our deal, man. I Fabrizio,
feel
he's the main source that everyone goes to, right?
I feel one of the two will happen. Both look very high.
Yeah.
Like I think
He,
one of
he,
the two can happen.
See, the way I look at it is like for at least Arsenal at that the thing is, I'll tell you why I think both transfers are a little likely. Like I rate both 8 on 10 because for one, Arteta clearly has shown us to a level that the guy can pretty much pull those victories that he wants. Now he's demanding sign. So honestly speaking, if we get Awar and Party, I think we're level above the way Chelsea look right now, we're level above them, the way United were even last season, we're definitely above them. So like we get both these things, we aren't just getting top four, we're entering that second 1, 2, 3 bracket. We're getting into that conversation, both signings. So that's a
y'all
question.
will need to get into that. It'll be a need. It won't be like y'all. It'll be a
I think
need
it's
if
guaranteed actually. We get both those guys definitely because we're working with not much here. El Nani is our best combative midfielder for now.
and he's playing
That
pretty well though.
becomes Partey. Ceballos is our best attacking midfielder right now. That becomes our. So on one level, I feel you get these signings, we're definitely improved. Like I don't know if about title challenge, but we're definitely top four material. I can say that with confidence. I'm confident now without these two. And then there's the other thing about Atletico doing business. The thing is, the release clause. I don't really know what will happen about that. I've read some interesting stuff about it. But in the case of Awar, we've got a lot of connections with our club. So Awar is represented by the same agency as Arteta. Then there's the Juninho and Edu relationship. And on top of that, we worked with Leon before, where their presidents played hardball with Laka, eventually gave in. Because the way it looks for Leon, they aren't like pushing for Champions League this season based on what they've signed. And they have a replacement for our line Keto. They just need someone to pay up for that to happen. So the way I look at it is our stocks at its is very high right now. Getting 50, 60 billion in this market is mad. Even 45 is kind of mad if you're looking at it. Because let's face it, Lyon won the best side in the French league last year. So we're getting a lot of money for a guy who's played 2 good seasons. So I think his stock hasn't been higher. This is a good time to cash out. So I think it'll happen.
Yeah.
So 8 on 10, 9 on 10, maybe even a 10. 8 on 10 for both, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But do you think both will happen, or do you think it will just be one of the two?
So the way it's being funneled to us is we need Awar to happen first. We need to get a confirmed result about Awar first, and then we move for Party. Because
So the priority is attacking. So the priority is an attacking.
Priority is Awar because Awar is a negotiation. Party is I pay them a release clause and it's done. So that like you also spoke about Torreira and Gendozi being there, but clearly the manager doesn't want them playing at a club.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me that combat midfield if not DM. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
man.
but Gandozi and Torreira being there is the problem, right? If the manager doesn't want him, it's the management's obligation to sell them off and get the new guys, because you can't keep these two surplus guys, then also get the manager's wish. Like then it becomes a big headache.
Especially at times like this. Especially at times
Yeah,
like this.
you have to
Pretty sure
offload.
Torreira will be moved. So
Yeah.
that's not too big an issue.
Hmm.
Torreira, Jesus, Kolasinac, Mustafi. These
Gandozi.
four are
Gandozi.
Gendozi is leaving. I don't think Gendozi is leaving because Gendozi just signed a new contract last season.
But they're trying to push him in here. They're trying to use him as a bag of thing with every deal. Like, they just
We
throw him
tried
in.
him everywhere, bro. We
Gandozi
tried him
plus 5
everywhere.
million. What
That
was that
famous
Messi deal?
meme.
Gandozi plus 5 million, right?
Yeah.
There's so
That
many
famous
Gandozi.
meme is Arsenal
Dude,
take
I think
Gendozi
we
to
offered
every
him to
negotiation.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every
everywhere.
every
Offered him to
negotiation.
Leon, we offered him to Atleti. No one wants him right now. But I'm just saying, Gendo's quality. He's the under 21 captain. And like, you guys might have seen Tifo Footballs, who was Mikel Arteta video.
Mm.
And he straight up put me out there. He's like, I want 120% of you on the pitch. I want you to leave the pitch dead. Pretty much said that. That's something that Gendozi does. So this is an off the field thing. I'm pretty sure they can work something out. Let's see what happens. But like sticking a party hour, particularly 8 and 10, 8 and 10. From me. I
Yeah.
think both can happen.
Yeah, for me, Partey should happen is what I feel like. That's the deal that will take the team forward, man. Partey can actually rule that midfield, like
Yeah.
that's like a,
That's what I want.
I'm not comparing the deal, but when you see Thiago to Liverpool, like now that team has stepped up, like looks like that strong team. That's type Partey at Arsenal, like now the team looks like a big deal, like now the defense looks strong type.
Yeah.
And one other last one, we don't know what's cooking up exactly on this deal, but Dele Alli has issues with Jose Mourinho, just like Jose Mourinho having issues with good players in good clubs. So he's been left out of the last two games. I mean, he's not been making it to the squad list. And when the journalist was asked him, he was like, Ali has to
I'm
show
tired
me
of this question.
yeah, Ali has to show me that he deserves
Ready to
the
step up.
position. Yeah, he deserves it, and there are players competing. So it's his job to show me. So, do you think Ali will take a move from Tottenham? Any of you?
Yeah.
I have just
do.
one thing to say. This Jose Mourinho tactics are very shit. If this is what he's trying to do, it's Dele Alli is one of the posh players who was maybe he had to prove that he was world class every season. There were like he hasn't been like the best of the best among the youth and among the players and all. But he's definitely in that conversation of being the best. So whether he should stay at Tottenham shouldn't be up for debate at all. At all. And the fact that stuff like that is happening at Tottenham, I don't know, man. This Jose Mourinho tactics are shit. I don't know if he's playing games two games into the season, but just Dele Alli shouldn't leave, and I don't think Jose Mourinho has it in him to let. At least I don't know. That's a bad thing to say. Jose Mourinho has it in him, but I don't think Dele Alli is leaving Tottenham.
Yeah.
2 on 10, 0 on
Because
10.
when the Bale talk, when the Bale deal was also cooking, Dele Alli was there in that deal. They offered him, but then
That's the only thing, man.
yeah, so
But
we don't know.
I think so. The interview in the yesterday or today, they asked Mourinho about Dele Alli. He goes like, "Very good kid, very good player. I don't want to talk about transfers about him leaving." And he just got up and he
Dude,
This is risky. This is a risky statement.
Can I be honest? Right. I don't know what Mourinho wants to do with Dele Alli because, like, he said he's lazy on the pitch. But if you look at Dele Alli's last performance against Everton, I think he covered the third highest ground for Tottenham player. So he's trying to do what Mourinho is telling him. And then if you criticize him after that, I'm pretty sure the guy he has a short fuse. We've seen that on the pitch, off the pitch in the document.
Dude, with
Guy must have
Mourinho,
lost it. They have some fight.
Dude, with
And-
Mourinho, it's one thing that if a player is out of favor to him once he's gone. When when
I don't
Mourinho
know,
first
man.
came, when Mourinho first came in, Delhi started playing so well. Like the first few weeks, remember if I remember. He
Hmm.
started playing, coming out. Everyone where Mourinho is getting the best out of Ali and all that jazz. But later on, then when Mourinho gave him more chances, but then once he's out of that, like Mourinho book you
Contention.
out of, it's
No,
gone.
but like, let's look at
No
the
matter how good
options
player you are.
at camp. let's look at the options at camp. What are the options at camp? Bourgeois and
Lo
Domble
Celso,
to a degree.
Lo Celso also plays pretty much cam,
I
right?
think I think they've got enough. I
Yeah,
think
but
they've got enough this
Celso is
season,
set,
man.
right?
They've got
You're right.
Bergwijn, they've got Lucas Moura, they've got Son, they've got Kane. I'm not saying the cam position, but I'm saying the front three basically.
Yeah,
And
good.
yeah,
So
and they don't look like they're playing with a cam right now. They look like
they
Son
the Lo
and Kane
Celso
up top.
and Ndombele has made his way back into the team as well.
I think it's
So
a
yeah.
I
Jose
don't know.
thing where he sees a high potential player, he puts too much pressure, and this is the classic type of pressure. I don't put him in the squad list. Go to the interviews and say that I need more. I think it's a classic thing because we know Dele Alli, man. He's a top player, man. He's like that
Yeah.
three best players, four best players of Tottenham. He's 1, 2, 3 there over there. So
Bro, he knows how to control space, man. He knows when
he's
to
such a
make
brilliant
runs.
Yeah.
player, man. And he's
So
so
I don't
young as
think.
well. Selling a player so
And
young
he's
because
I don't
It's-
think they'll sell, man.
Yeah.
It's difficult to find those players who have that magic now, dude. It's like he can do anything
Mm.
at any time and just get a goal. That's what he
Yeah.
had.
that's Delhi, yeah.
Especially you remember
But
if any of you remember that Neymar type goal where Neymar tapped the ball over his head. He did the same thing where he tapped the ball over his head and he stoned and he volleyed it into the bottom corner.
So yeah,
Like,
2 out
imagine.
of 10, bro. 2 out of 10.
Yeah,
no,
more
but
Very
if a club puts in an offer for Dele Alli,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Dele Alli will want to move.
yeah.
A good club with a good offer, like Levy won't go, let him go so cheap.
PSG
Dude, we
gets
don't
linked
know.
with anything, I guess. So I
Wait,
don't know.
wait. Levy does not get great deals of his players, man. Like,
Yeah, he got 20 for Ericsson.
yeah,
Ericsson
he
was
let
6
that run
months.
down and then he
6
still
months.
wanted to
Yeah,
leave.
but still.
I don't think
24
Levy is
who?
that. He's good.
Ericsson.
Yeah. That was a bad planning. That was very bad planning.
That was bad, man. Like, straight up, as in, you can't magically hire a new manager and expect your player to be like, yeah, okay, I'm going to stay. It doesn't happen every time.
Mm.
So, yeah. But the thing is, like, say a PSG comes in with a bid or something, I'm pretty sure it'll happen. Because the Spurs field looks set. Lo Celso and Domble or Bourgeois and Harry Winks. Because Harry
Dude, and
Winks
then
has
one
been...
more dude that these guys signed last Jan. That thin guy, man, for 50 million.
Jetson
Jackson
Fernandez.
Fernandez.
50 million.
Dude, but
Yeah.
50
But
million.
he was on a 18-month loan and then obligation or
Obligation
option to
for
buy
50
something
million
like
to buy.
dude,
Because
Yeah.
last
but
year
you,
they spent a lot, man. Like 50 million that Jetson, then some 50 million for
yeah,
Celso, some 60 million for Ndombele. They spend like killer amounts, man.
but
One
you
season
guys,
they didn't spend
are
it.
you guys are forgetting one thing, that even if Ali leaves, who are they replacing
Don't say
him with?
Lingard, bro. Don't bring up the Lingard thing.
The very
That
best.
was wrong. I mean, it was already said that that's fake, but okay. Who you think Jose will buy Lingard? Like that's a he'll
20.
leave the job,
Do you
man.
all want to rate that transfer for
No,
Yeah,
no.
let's rate
I
it.
No.
hate him?
He's a
10
good,
on
he's a
10,
good,
very likely,
he's,
bro. I think he's the only
he's a
person who
good
can
squad
replace him.
player, dude.
Yeah.
What
He should
position
have
does he play?
wherever
He played right wing yesterday. He was like fine.
on his
He can
couch, bro.
do a job.
Bro,
He can do a
you
job.
guys could barely dominate Luton. As in, how do you say
Actually-
Luton?
See that second team.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
like I
forget.
saw it.
You shouldn't
Now,
have
Bro,
bought up
you
Lingard.
can't say yesterday Rashford came up, we saw the Real United. It was like, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
cool,
after
very good.
75 minutes, these three guys came in. Who all came in? I guess Greenwood came in, Rashford came in, and one more person came in.
Bruno came.
Bruno came
Bruno,
in. And
bro.
then
That time I was like,
suddenly,
oh, this is United I'm watching.
suddenly they finished the game 3-0. I'm like, wow.
That's how bad rest of the team is.
Okay, guys,
Speculation.
Oh,
that was like
yes.
these 4 transfers that we felt are most likely happening or cooking somewhere. 10 days, I think a lot more things gonna happen. Transfer window, this is when it actually heats up. Last 10 days, last 5 days. So let's see. Maybe we'll come up with another video where more deals are maybe done or maybe some new links. So